Gonna be a push off of the bricks. Sandbags, rather, with RPK.
They've spotted it, and this Molotov is going to make things a little bit tricky for RPK. Shock's wrapping around, and he might have just bought a fantastic timing. Indeed he has. Glaive is not at all prepared for that. Device comes in to try and clean up shop. But there is mess everywhere right now, and Device... is he going to be able to do anything? That bomb right now is under Vitality control, albeit just barely there on the tip of the bomb site. 15 seconds on this clock. The push has got to come in. Magis, double dig, and that forces both players out of the B site. RPK now turns back. 8 seconds. Oh, the bomb's dropped. Quickly, Dupree. Quickly. Oh, there's no time.
So close.
There might have been time if he didn't try. Maybe a little bit closer than Vitality are ready for. Dupree, same kind of story. He's able to win that fight out there narrowly over Masuta. But this round is slowly but surely falling apart. And now RPK has to make all the difference. They weren't ready, though, for a triple setup in the toilets, and almost from RPK. He does get dealt with. Apex comes back up, and Astralis, they don't want to run out of time again. Oh, Apex trying to turn away, does get that kill, and now 8 seconds.
Vice is not going to be ready for this angle at all. It's Shocks standing there, ZywOo standing tall in the A site, and now what little bit of a hit they have left is coming on. It's just Zipex, 1v5 with the MAC-10, certainly nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Just trying to stay alive, maybe.
Yeah, you know, Trident is a good one. It's like 3 spears put together into 1 spear, if you think about it.
It's the Darth Maul of hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, I mean, even then, it's got above and beyond. It's an extra one. And this round...
Yeah.
It's just pistols for the side of Astralis. They've gotten this 1 kill, but that should really be it, shouldn't it? You're not expecting much more. Vitality haven't been dropping the ball against these 4 spies, so they're certainly not going to do it here. Apply pressure, but that doesn't even happen. Now this B play looks to come in uncontested. Molotov to force the player out from behind the barrels. Masuta was playing and pushed up over towards short side. He actually wins that fight onto Glaive. Now the rest of Astralis, they've got to be pretty quick in trying to pick up the pieces. Wow. There's even more pieces. They're everywhere. This B site right now looks like a child's playroom, and it's only going to get worse. Dupree comes in for the trade. We're down to the 2 versus 2. Shocks getting up close behind this smoke. And it's down on the bridge, so he will be undetected. Noise is being made by ZywOo, and Shocks has gotten himself up to try and peek over this smoke. 10 seconds, Astralis, you've got to get this bomb down, and it gets, not denied, not quite. Xyp9x just about gets around that corner. Oh, it was close.
Deep breath.
With ZywOo on the other side, you know he doesn't miss these. Xyp9x has retreated down to behind the sandbags, crossing, catching the timing when ZywOo had just looked away, and oh
my goodness, this is going to be real weird. ZywOo goes for it, gets it, doesn't even have to go.
Impeccable on back in the Vitality of old. RPK does deal with Dupree, and now going to duck on down to Glaive. At least helping out with a short offensive, but RPK's delivered all the kills. Magis allowed to stand there and just fire off into the face of the man at barrels. Has left Glaive now in the 1v2. A lot to do for the IGL of his job.
And the fact that mid is clear to his team, and that gives room for Vitality to quad stack B. Now, in this round, that is not the case. Astralis go back to the top site, and hopefully it will have a better situation for them, but ZywOo, he's not making it easy at all. He's even got a teammate up close as well. Shocks hasn't been spotted. ZywOo gets tagged, but this is where Shocks can strike. The wall bang from ZywOo. He's going in for a third. The bomb at his feet as well. The pistols are going home. Glaive will trade, but again, Shocks is still here, and they only just figure out the hard way. Xyp9x alone. 1 on 4. It's looking done here. And
Toilets, and they'll normally work in tandem. And what this means is like if you give up long or you give up mid, normally you lose the hold on the long side or the short side, depending on where you gave up, because of toilets. And you can flank through long through the toilets. But with Vitality, and now down to the 2v2, Glaive still inside of the site. The bomb tapped there by RPK, and the crossfire comes in for Glaive and Dupree as they get...
Nice timing there for Astralis. Wonderful stuff. Get a second on the board. Boost up in the spawn. Oh, the re-jump. And Device, he doesn't miss.
That's definitely what they want to do. ZywOo, though, will be the first one that they need to silence, especially towards long. That's a good op kill there. And he's going to continue to deliver. Perhaps he can go for 3, legs him through the pole.
So the last thing you would really expect if you're Astralis.
On the fly, having smoke. Regular old John Elway out here. Dupree rushing into the water. Can't seem to net himself too. Masuda will be there to reply. He's going to be the one holding the fort down here within this B bomb site. The bomb will get planted. There will be no time issues here. 3 versus 3 on the retake. Apex coming through the monster tunnel, and he's out already. Needs to wait for his teammates who are coming through sandbags and water area. The double dink, Zipex somehow staying alive.
It's another very awkward post plant here for Astralis. They're cooped up back towards CT. Xyp9x has laid it out. Magisk, holding that pixel gap, gets the kill to ZywOo, and now just shocks.
But Magisk, man, so good. And Glaive, even better. Fast into the site, 2 kills as they line up. Astralis making quick work of this eco. ZywOo, he thinks he's gotten out of dodge, but it's already over for him.
Real awkward encounter. Glaive just passing the fountain. Meanwhile, Shocks passing him out. Left, right, good night. That's a bomb down, and that's going to create a big problem. Again, we find a time.
And Vitality are walking up short. This scout needs to paint some big damage across. There's a kill, but just getting some more off as well. Device finishes the job he started onto RPK. Molotov will force him out, but he still lines up a couple more, and it's going to be a done deal. Surely a locked-in round for Astralis with the Force. Apex trying to make it happen on his own.
Yeah, but it's this connector player that should seal the deal. Xyp9x gonna...
Yeah, he wants a little bit more. Oh dear, still a man of the toilets. He shots, rally off, he gets a frag. Is he ready for Shocks on the repeat? No, Shocks is there. Dupree looking the right way, but not going to hit the kill. It's still a 3-on-3. It's still viable for Astralis. Do they realize how deep Vitality are inside of the site? The bomb dropped in the open, could bait them in, and RPK almost gets that spray. It's a whiff shot. It's a chance as Masuda gets a trade, but it's traded straight back. Astralis, don't let a kill get away from them. It's Vitality with a 1-on-2 and Shocks.
However, you're already going to note the differences in how these two squads have approached their CT side, right? Instead of these double toilets set up that Vitality were throwing in a hell of a lot, it's this connector toilet split from Astralis. Now, this leaves a bit of a gap on the map over here at Longside. That means you've had to pull Xyp9x up, get him into position just to lock this down. Device is going to go back into the toilets now a little bit late, and from the divider, he will cut ZywOo in 2. Dupree deals with Masuda down in the lower tunnels. Now he's looking for a little bit more as he moves through connector. Shocks holding this flank. Actually, what? Kill found from Astralis. It's Dupree forcing a fight longside. Device strikes one down in the meantime. And Device, another kill. The double mollies rain on in. But it's Dupree and Device again, the hotshot duo back from Dust 2. Delivering in spades here for the Astralis squad. Apex is now all alone.
He needs to be very careful. That molly is going to answer a lot of questions, though, and it will send Vitality back into his crosshair. There's 2 from Device. Bomb dropped. All the info in the world. How many more?
Yeah, he's looking for a little something else. And
with rifles, too. They're going to step out and Zipex crosshair. The comm has been made. They are out.
Oh, Glaive is spamming, but there's no one around the corner. It's Xyp9x lining up a double, and the damage has been done by Glaive. He's going to swivel on the spot with more painting the walls with blood. The grenade will finish off the job. It's Apex alone. Another clutch situation for the in-game leader. New to the role. Not new to the role of clutching, though, however, this one hand. And each player has to be one of those fingers. And each of those fingers has to pick up that bomb, but Masuda, fastest fingers in the West. Will they expect a second player here? No, they walk in sideways and they get sidelined by Dupree. Puts him on the bench there, pistol out, and he is not stopping. Finally going to be put to rest by Apex. There's guns at his feet. The molly is out, the molly is back in. Glaive can't smoke that off. He's just going to take the fight until he dies. ZywOo burning him alive.
On the long side, engagement from Magisk, a little bit overzealous there. They give Apex the double entry as Astralis try and pressure these players. Xyp9x will nade 1 from the round and also deals with Apex, but gets caught on the repeak, and this leaves Dupree all alone. 1-on-3 in through the connector. Vitality, surely they do not give this up. Not with Shocks in this position as well. You know, while before it looked like it was going to be the B play, and there were 4 players here for the Danes, now there's only 2, with Magisk playing up in heaven for that rotate between either site, and that now puts a lot of pressure on Device and Glaive. Pressure, though, being applied, and they morph under it. They'll take up A bunch of kills here for Astralis. ZywOo's trying to close the gap, trying to close the distance. And Glaive getting dropped over at short side looked like a way in. However, they lose ZywOo.
It's hard to remember all of the rule sets, but he will remember nothing in this round. His brain gets blown out, fried by Shocks with a double kill down on the lower site. They're not going to commit, though. Astralis still have 2 more men there, and of course the bomb has been lost in... the bomb has been picked back up in T-spawn. ZywOo gets a kill on A, and Vitality are just going to double down towards his site. But again, so far away as they just left B. Xyp9x is going to go through the smoke. He knows no one's here just yet. In a very good position. But he's got to be very patient from that as well.
25 seconds on the clock here. That Molotov's gone over. Xyp9x is so blind, and they check it. Oh, the flash perfect from ZywOo. And Glaive now is left alone. All alone on the rotation up from B. Trying to listen for anything that might give him hints as to where these players are. And right now it's Shocks who's got aggressive in Bank that has this round dead to... Magisk actually setting himself up there with that flashbang. And gets the kill on the back of it. Shocks now. Gonna try and re-aggress, gonna try and get into the toilets and almost gets pretty deep. But dupreeh able to put him in the grave, and don't worry, he's dug plenty of slots for all these Vitality players. He'll take another, as now it's only RPK 1-on-4. A lot of work to do here for the tank as he rumbles into the back line of Astralis, coming to life as he does light up device, but it's not quite there.
Oh, they check it. Mizuuta's blind as well. He's still able to get away with a kill. Can he get away with his life? Yes. Down to 30. Molotov, Xyp9x makes a smart decision not to go through it. Did not need to die there, especially not with a disadvantage already taken with Device losing the head-to-head against ZywOo. Great flash, and Glaive doesn't spray. RPK will keep this advantage rolling.
Half. Now, RPK. His turn to step into the limelight here. No one to throw a flashbang for him. Instead, he just plays reactively and offer the
fallen for this fake. They have 3 players on lower. So Astralis, 15 seconds. They've got to get the kills, and they've got to get them now or are heading to nuke. RPK lining them up and knocking them down. It's 3 for him. Shocks joins the party, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 3rd map. We're going the distance here for the final day of this group stage for ESL Pro League Season 11.